Hello students, welcome to the class. Types of advertising, lesson 22, advertising campaign 1. Objectives. Advertising campaign, types of advertising campaign, developing advertising. Advertisements are rarely random. Rather, most of the advertisements that we see around us are an integral part of the marketing and branding strategy of an organization. The term advertising campaign, according to Cambridge Dictionary, is defined as a well-planned series of advertisements that are used in particular places at particular times in order to promote a product or service and persuade people to use and buy it. A successful advertising campaign not just boosts sales, but also improves the brand equity of the product and organization. Wikipedia defines advertising campaign as a series of advertisement messages that share a single idea and theme which make up an integrated marketing communication. Here, integrated marketing communication is defined as a platform in which a group of people share their ideas, beliefs and concepts into one large media base. Another popular definition of advertising campaign, usually used by practitioners, defines it as a specifically designed strategy that is carried out across different mediums in order to achieve desired results such as increased brand awareness, increased sales and improved communication within a specific market, all accomplished through advertising. Advertising campaign planning is an integral part of marketing strategy of the organization. The planning process of an advertising campaign would overlap with the strategic decisions involved in marketing like segmentation, targeting and positioning. The theme of the advertising campaign is the underlying message which the promotional activities will spell out. There are many types of advertising campaign, but basically any campaign strategy has to address itself to the following 6 questions. Who is advertising? For whom is the advertisement intended? What is being advertised? What is the purpose of the advertising campaign? Which geographical area does it cater to? Which medium is to be used? Planning an advertising campaign is a multi-stage complex process involving the following steps. The first step in advertising campaign planning is the market research to identify the environmental opportunities and threats. The analysis would also focus on identifying the advertising opportunity. 2. Identifying and profiling the target audience. The next step is closely related to the outcomes of the previous step and involves collection of demographic information regarding the target audience. It is important to note that the target audience are subset of the target customers identified in the marketing plan. This would involve the process of segmentation, targeting and positioning (STP). Defining advertising objectives. The next stage in campaign planning is to identify the best approach in the current scenario. The advertising objectives can be multiple, like creating a brand, increasing brand awareness, boosting the rate of sales conversions, depending on the IDA model. Normally, the campaigns have multiple goals ranked and defined both quantitatively as well as qualitatively. 4. Deciding the theme of the campaign. The next step involves the creative part of the advertising decisions. A theme in advertising is defined as the central recurring idea or message intended to trigger desired action from the target audience. Hence, often considered as heart on an advertisement. This involves deciding the theme for the campaign and involves preparations of multiple copies using various appeals around the main theme. 5. Deciding the budget and timeline. Advertising is a costly expenditure investment and very difficult to measure its effectiveness in terms of increased sales or enhanced awareness. This step involves resource allocation or budgetary decisions related to various media choices. Usually, this is not a one-time decision, rather a budgetary timeline is prepared to finance the campaign at its various stages. 6. Selection of media and scheduling. The complexity of advertising campaign has increased manifold due to the availability of multiple media options. Internet has fueled this further by providing cost-effective mega reach but very volatile and short-term attention spans. The choice of media would also involve decisions related to timings and frequency, number of repetitions of the advertisements. 7. Executing the campaign. If things go as planned in previous steps, the penultimate step is the execution of the advertising campaign. This would involve the launching of advertisement along with other elements of promotion mix like personal selling supported by point of purchase material, publicity, etc. The other elements of marketing mix must be upgraded to reap the benefits of the advertising campaign, like ensuring the distribution network is replenished and upgraded to meet the increased demand. 9. Setting the goals. Advertising campaigns have a set of hierarchical goals with the SMART characteristics. It is important to focus on setting the right set of goals and also putting them in right categories and well-established milestones. 10. Pre-testing and execution. Advertising is a costly affair. It is sensible to pre-test or conduct pilot testing before a full-fledged advertising campaign. The step involves the cross-checking of final campaign and readjusting it according to the inputs received. This step is very important as it plays a key role between the planning and final results. 11. Measuring the results. As planning and monitoring are twin functions, the final step uses the measuring benchmarks identified in the previous steps. Promotional mix involves various types of advertising campaigns. These campaigns are designed according to the marketing objectives of the organizations. Every organization spends a lot of resources on advertising campaign and wish that the advertisements resonate with their target audience, have high recall value and great impact on consumer decision making. The volatility in intense competition among media along with reduced attention span of the audience, marketeers are finding it increasingly difficult to capture their attention and mind space. 1. Conventional or traditional media campaign. A conventional or simply media campaign depends on the traditional approach using bigger proportion of print and television media to raise brand awareness about product or service. 2. Seasonal or push campaign. The second type of campaign is push strategy plan to reap the maximum benefits of seasonal demand for the product brand. These campaigns are planned with a short timeline and the objectives are more conversion oriented. For example, the campaigns during festival seasons in various countries like Navaratri feast in India. 3. Product brand launch campaign. This type of campaign is specific to the time of launch of a product or new brand in the market. Creation of receptivity in the market for new product requires advertising campaign with central message around spreading product awareness and improving consumer readiness. These campaigns normally involves teasers as pre-launch and then high frequency advertisements during the launching phase. 4. Campaign for boosting brand awareness. The basic idea behind this type of campaign is to increase the visibility of a brand and spread awareness among the target consumers. These are often used by organizations for launching a new brand or rebranding an existing brand. There is a constant struggle to maintain and increase brand popularity. Companies involved in marketing of fast-moving consumer goods, FMCG, are regularly spending a large part of their budget on brand awareness campaigns. 5. Campaign for rebranding. Usually, the rebranding campaign involves marketing efforts to promote some major change in an organization like the name, logo or strategic decision like merger, expansion, etc. The purpose of an advertising campaign goes beyond creating an attention-catching advertisement through various media. It can also be a conscious decision to follow a well-researched, well-planned effort as rebranding the existing brand. 6. Contest marketing campaign. This type of campaign is part of experiential marketing which thrives on customer involvement in the campaign. It is becoming increasingly popular due to the rise of modern media like social media, email and mobile advertising. Advertising needs to be planned strategically, implemented for certain duration as a campaign and instilled in the sales and marketing plan for a particular event. Identifying present and potential buyers. This will include collection of demographic and geographic profile of buyers, assess the buyers' predisposition towards an event, listing their likes, dislikes and usability of the event. Describe the event as local, regional or national in distribution, identifying the available media. Define the advertising budget and the media allocation for the event. Compare with your previous advertising in terms of advertising design, the choice of media, money invested, the market share covered and the overall achievement or failure of the event. Compare and contrast with your competition on similar lines. The aim of advertising is to attract customers' attention towards a particular product, service or event, which will include the following. The Dagmar approach. Russell H. Colley, in his book titled Defining Advertising Goals for Measured Advertising Results, outlines a method called Dagmar, short form of book title, for transforming objectives into specific goals. The Dagmar approach encompasses a framework for setting advertising goals and measuring the effectiveness for an ad campaign. According to Colley, the main objective of advertising is to communicate with the defined audience the necessary information to the right people at the right time and at the right cost. In Dagmar approach, Colley proposed a specific model of communication consisting of 4 stages which are hierarchical in nature. The first stage, referred as awareness, is the initial communication task which attempts to make consumers aware of the existence of that brand. Creating awareness is a challenging task for the advertiser and the communication task is set keeping the current level of awareness among prospective customers in mind. Prospective customers are sufficiently aware the next stage in the model of communication is comprehension. At this stage, the communication primarily focuses in making the prospective customers understand the benefits, functions, and utility of the advertised product. The advertisers can also introduce different types of appeal while advertising the product, such as emotional appeal, price appeal, rational appeal, or any other type of appeal. For example, the ad of neem bathing soap has been created using a rational appeal that focuses on the feature antibacterial of the product soap of a specific brand neem, making the customers understand the qualities of this bathing soap. Similarly, the advertisement of a traditional arts and crafts fair in the newspaper and on radio offering discounted rates of tickets is created keeping the price appeal and traditional appeal in mind, attracting customers including locals and tourists who like to buy traditional crafts. To understand how to develop an effective advertising campaign requires to understand the 5 M's of advertising. These are mission, money, message, media and measurement. Based on these 5 M's are the various decisions that development of any advertisement entails. Selecting the advertising objective. The first step towards anything is goal setting. Before developing any advertisement, it is necessary to know the objective for advertising. We have already covered these objectives in the first section. Based on the different objectives, advertisements can be of the following types. Informative advertising is to create awareness about a new product or new feature of an old product. Persuasive advertising is to persuade the audience to like, prefer, get convinced and purchase a product. The customers are persuaded to believe that the brand that is being advertised is the best for them. Comparison advertising shows how a particular brand is better than its competitor. However, it should not be denigrating the rival brand. Some countries have strict rules for competitive advertising so that it is not unfair. Depending upon the market situation of a product, that is whether the product is new in the market or if it is the number one purchase or if it is losing its market share to another rival product, these factors determine what we want to communicate with people through advertisement, or in other words, the kind of advertising that would be developed. Deciding on advertising budget. Hindustan Unilever Limited is the top advertiser in India, spending around rupees 3,400 crores or 34 billion on its advertising budget. A report by Statista states that Coca-Cola has been spending on an average $4 billion every year from 2014 to 2020 on its advertising worldwide. Coca-Cola is the largest beverage company in the world and it's known for its high innovative advertising campaigns and its commitment to advertising. These examples indicate the value advertisers place on advertising. Fixing the budget necessitates an understanding of the input cost, that is the cost of producing the advertising campaign, and the output, that is the expected or actual return from the campaign in terms of revenue. Deciding the appropriate budget is an important decision and a host of factors are taken into consideration, like stage in the product life cycle. A new company and a new product require more amount to be spent on advertisements than an old company which has already established its brand, market share and consumer base. Likewise, if a brand has captured the market and has huge consumer base, it might not need to spend too much on advertising. Newcomers need to expand the market as well as their market share. In this context, competition plays a very crucial role. Coca-Cola, despite being an established brand, spends a lot on advertising so as to not lose its market share to its rival Pepsi. Advertising frequency. The number of times advertising would be broadcasted also determines the budget. Product substitutability. If the product is unique and differentiated from other products in the market like Maggi, advertising budget is smaller. However, if all brands offer same type of products like toothpaste, their expenditure on advertising is more. Developing the advertising campaign. The most crucial stage in designing an effective advertising campaign is message generation and evaluation. This becomes even more central given the plethora of information that any given customer is exposed to. There is a lot of information clutter and the consumers can easily tune out advertisements using their remote controls. Hence, emphasis is on creative content development and its delivery, which would set a given advertisement apart from others. Advertising has also become increasingly costly. One of the ways that has been devised to capture the attention of the viewers is to merge advertisement with entertainment. The output is advertainment, making the ads so entertaining that people want to watch them. Or branded entertainment, when brands are a part of some other form of entertainment like central characters in a movie using a particular product to popularize it. An effective message is the one that connects the brand product with the audience in an emotional way. Creative development. Creative development of the message entails crafting the message in a creative manner. It is called a message strategy. The purpose of this creative development is to keep the consumer engaged, using benefits as advertising appeal, something that is part of all ads. Apart from those, appeal should be meaningful and believable and not appear exaggerating. The various Fevicol ads have also been very appealing over the years. Selecting the right media. The channels via which a message can be communicated are many and each medium has its advantages and disadvantages. The different media types that are used for communicating advertisement message include audio-visual media, television, radio, print media, magazines and newspapers, internet media, social media, websites, emails, telephones, etc. In today's world, social media and websites play an important role to communicate promotion messages. In television ads, we can communicate our products, attributes and the benefits dramatically. Print media like magazines and newspapers are also effective for the brand, but the pictures, headlines and content must be engaging. In radio ads, the voice of the narrator, music, etc. play an important role. Deliberations of reach, frequency and impact of the different media types is necessary to decide which media type would help achieve advertising objective. In simple words, reach is the number of people who are exposed to the advertisement. Frequency is the number of times a person in the targeted audience receives the advertisement. Impact implies if the advertisement in a particular medium would generate involvement, interest, belief in the brand in the targeted audience. Advertising is any paid form of non-personal presentation and promotion of ideas, goods or services by an identified sponsor. Ads are a cost-effective way to disseminate messages, whether to build brand preference for any product or to educate people about the social issues. Advertising campaigns utilize diverse media channels over a particular time frame and are often mandated to be rationally defined. Advertising campaigns are the groups of advertising messages which are similar in nature. They share same messages and themes placed in different types of medias at some fixed times. The time frames of advertising campaigns are fixed and specifically defined.